Hello there, Geek Collective. How are you all doing? Welcome to Geeks Plus Comics. And yeah, it's been a little while since I've did an update video here. Or well, since I did a video here. This is a little update video on what's been going on. Because yeah, I kind of had to stop uploading comic reviews here to the channel. Um, I wanted to do a little update video because the channel's kind of going to go through a little bit of a change here. And for all of you that have hung around, that have watched the videos up to this point, I greatly appreciate it. Um, we're still going to be here, we're still going to be doing some of the content we're doing, but there's going to be some changes that come along with it. Um, if you want to keep up with everything that Geeks Plus is doing as a whole, we stream over on Twitch multiple times a week on our Twitch channel, which I'll link down below. And we also have content coming out regarding tabletop stuff and um, video games, which the links for those will be down below. But here at the comic channel, I was pumping out content fairly regularly. And then life kind of changed on me last year. For a little while, I continued doing what I was doing, making the review content and making our other stuff. But the honest truth is, it just wasn't feasible to keep it up. For anyone who may not be aware at this point, although I think most people in our community kind of know, my wife and I separated last year. She and I had been married for 10 years, and she came out as gay. And we kind of felt that we weren't able to really move forward still married because of this. We had to kind of go our separate ways. But this meant an overhaul in my life because she was the main breadwinner in the house. I had been for a number of years and had taken a back seat for her to work, and I was going to stay home with the kids, and it would allow me more time to work on stuff for Geeks Plus. But then we got to this point where we had separated, and my whole life shifted because I now had to look for a job to support myself. I now had to go back to work. I had to look for a house, and I had to build my life up again. So in the start of 2025, I kind of kept up the comic reviews and then realized it just wasn't feasible. And a whole bunch of stuff changed in my life. And to get set up in this new life, I didn't have the time commitment I had to make videos before. Slowly but surely, we've tried to reintroduce some of the stuff to the channel. Myself and LG are trying to continue the Indie Comic Book Club because I've always loved delving into indie comic books. And we have moved it back over to live streaming on Twitch, and then the video of that live stream will be uploaded here to Geeks Plus. But rather than doing comic reviews, I decided to make the move into something that I felt was something I really wanted to delve into. And being passionate about comics, I wanted to create our own comic book. And over on our tabletop channel, you can go and watch the entire campaign, but we did a D&D campaign on Twitch that lasted a good couple of years, called Chronicles of Andrasia. I was the DM and I absolutely loved it. This was my baby. This was my story. I absolutely adored it. It was obviously influenced and affected, and the main characters were created by the players we had. But I loved Andrasia, and originally we had started trying to make it into a comic, and it was going to be Token Asian was going to be writing it, and Nitro was going to be drawing it, and a whole bunch of stuff happened in the background. I'm not going to go into the full details of that. That's not stuff that needs to know. But the project was dropped, and honestly, we kind of wondered if it was going to. We kind of thought maybe it wasn't meant to keep going. Then I kind of realized I still want to make the comic. I'd also in this time of like everything that had changed in my life had found out that I was autistic and had ADHD, and my mind had never been able to settle. I had attempted to write comics in the past, and I could never focus my mind long enough to actually create a comic book. So I decided, now that I've got a better grip on myself with the changes in life, I'm like, I want to write a comic. And that's what I've started to do. I'm almost finished the full first draft of Chronicles of Andrasia, issue 1. I am in talks with an artist that I found on Instagram, and I think might be a good fit for the project. I still need to confirm everything, so I'm not going to give details on his name or anything. But the hope is that the comic is back on and the comic will be able to launch. I'm planning to self-publish and launch it on Kickstarter, but that's where this is going to evolve. There'll be a lot of updates, some updates exclusively over there, some updates earlier over there on our Patreon. If you want to go and support us for $2 a month over there, a lot of the stuff I'm going to start posting up there. But I'm also going to transform Geeks Plus Comics. In Geeks Plus Comics, we're still going to do Indie Comic Book Club, but I might even still do Let's Talk Comics and interview comic creators. Because I love talking about comics. That's never going to change. But I want to start using this channel as a way to talk about ideas for stuff that we are publishing. I want to start using it as a way to show off artwork and process and update y'all and advertise it, and eventually I'm going to upload the trailer that we'll put on Kickstarter here. Geeks Plus Comics is not going to be the YouTube channel talking about comic reviews. It is going to be the Geeks Plus comic publishing arm of the company. And I would love to publish more comics. At the very least, my goal would be to turn all of Chronicles of Andrasia into a comic book series. If not further than that, if not also our new campaign, Aurora's Edge, that we're going to be doing over on Twitch. It starts on May 7th, so please go and follow us over there to keep up to date with that. And maybe even other projects in turn. But this felt like a good starting point, and even if this is the only issue we ever publish, even if this is the only issue of a comic I ever put out, this has become my hyper focus, and this is where I want to take the publishing arm and the comic arm of Geeks Plus, is to creating our own content. You know, maybe the gaming and the tabletop channels will also follow suit, and maybe we'll make more stuff. But I want to evolve from just reviewing comics. And I still love comics. I love indie comic books so much. And we'll still be doing indie comic book clubs on Twitch, and I'll upload them here. I'm still reading through them religiously. I am still checking out other Kickstarters that I love on with new comics that are coming out. But I also want to delve into it myself. I also want to be a comic creator. Even if it never makes anything, even if it never becomes a full-time job, even if it never becomes like a massive money maker, I can't stay in the world of comics and not attempt to venture into it of my own accord. So that's kind of the little life update of like my life has changed around so much, and in that year, as well as dealing with the divorce, and as well as like realizing one of my priorities in life now is I have 3 kids, and it's to be the best dad I can be to my kids, especially now that I don't get to see them every single day. I want to be the best dad I can be in the days that I've got them. I also still stream on Twitch. I still have fun with the guys. The Geeks Plus crew is still together. We're going to be launching the new, as I talked about, the new D&D campaign. I will be DMing Aurora's Edge over there. There is so much going on, and the links for all our stuff is down below. But I also want to venture the comic side of stuff into a direction that I feel like it's going. And the truth is, I would love to keep reviewing stuff. But with everything else that's going on, I just don't have the time. It might be something we venture back into. It might be something we head back into, but I'm trusting my neurodivergence now. I'm trusting my ADHD and autism and following where it leads. And I love doing Twitch. I love playing games, especially with the guys. I love venturing into those worlds. And for the comic stuff, I want the major focus to be creating a comic and creating Chronicles of Andrasia, which I hope, depending how quickly I can finish the script and get the artwork for it, that we'll look at getting it launched on Kickstarter in the next year. And if you're following this channel and seeing this video, I hope you'll share it. I hope you'll get our word out there. I hope you'll follow our socials and keep up to date with Geeks Plus Comics and what we're doing with the comic book. A lot of stuff, like I said, is going up in Patreon. If you want to support us and the comic book over there, we would greatly appreciate it. But that's a little update. And I know this isn't a massive channel by any means. This is a barely recognizable channel in terms of subscribers. But for the couple of hundred who have subscribed to us, for those that regularly checked out the content here, that support us on Twitch, that support the other channels, I want to say thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance to enjoy these creative outlets for ourselves. I doubt that Geeks Plus is ever going to be a massive like content churning out that, you know, like creative force that's going to give us full-time jobs off of this, but it's a bunch of guys pursuing their geeky hobbies and having fun. And going forward, this channel is going to be about one of those geeky hobbies and comic book creation. I want to be able to share my thoughts and my processes and what I've learned, what I'm going to be doing, what I've learned not to do, and the different processes that we've gone through. And if any of you all have any questions about it, by all means leave it in the comments below. But keep an eye on the channel, because it will eventually be dropping on here the announcement of the launch date for Chronicles of Andrasia. Thank you so much for all the support, and I hope we have your continued support going forward. Remember, it's a good week to be a geek. Take care. We'll see you all soon. Peace.